Hi everyone, it's Jill Foster here for Penny Black, and I'm so excited that you've joined me today for some preparing for some stash busting. So we are going to be releasing several videos in a series of stash busting sketches with a share your love theme. So these are card ideas that work great for Valentine's Day, but we really want to give you more than that with these products and sketches. So any of these card designs and products can be used to share your love and send loving wishes to anyone, any time of year. So before we start, what is stash busting? And to me, that is breaking through any barriers to using your stash so that you can really enjoy your supplies and your hobby. So here is just a look at how I like to begin my preparation process. I like to have photo boxes, and for today I will be using two photo boxes. These are just like generic, nothing fancy photo boxes, and I like to do some preparing in advance. So the first thing I like to prepare is a sketch box. Now, one of my favorite ways to do stash busting and really use the products that I love is to use sketches. They give me a starting off point, they limit my choices, which for me is a good thing, and they provide structure and they give a home for those items that I'm going to have in my stash box. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what is in for this series of videos, my sketch box, and show you the sketches. So this is the first sketch that you're seeing here. I am using this wonderful die. These are all penny black stamps and dies and embossing folders. And what I do is I just pre-cut, sit down, and I have like a die cutting session at my desk, and I do my embossing and my die cutting, and I put everything then into an envelope, and then that goes into my prepared sketch box. And I just pop all of those pieces in there, and in they go into the box. Here is another sketch. So you'll see now as I share these, I will modify these somewhat as we go through and do the card videos for each of these, but the overall preparing is done. I have options that are handy. If I think I'm going to be using something like the stencils, I will grab those and put those into my box. But you can see all of the die cutting is done, even the card bases are cut. Here is another sketch and what I have in my sketch box. So I'm using the Penny Black Forever Edger. And this is a really cool die because you can put it at the edger part at any height on your card. And then your word will fit right up in that whatever height you decide to put that at your card. So you can see I've cut a variety of options. And again, just having a die cutting session without having to make a lot of decisions, putting everything in the envelope. Here is another sketch, and I would like you to see too that these sketches can be modified. So I'm using this share your love theme, but these sketches you could really use for any theme, and so I've designed them for you that way on purpose, so they are really versatile. Here I'm using Penny Black's border collection set of dies to cut different borders at different heights. You can see it's all cut and slid away. Now I wanted to mention here just real quick, all of the sketches that I'm showing you today are put together in an ebook, a downloadable ebook for you. I'll put a link down in the YouTube description box below if you'd like to show your support and purchase that ebook. There will be videos coming up as well for each one of these sketches that you are seeing today. So be sure you hit that subscribe button. This video is just all about the preparation, but I will have those tutorials for you coming up very, very soon. This is our Stitches of Love frame die. I love this one because the stitches are different. So I've cut a bunch of those and put them in my envelope. This is a sketch I return to over and over again. This is with our posted stamp and exact match cutout. I've stamped that and also cut it out. You can see I've got that in my envelope. I also have done some embossing to give myself different options with embossing for the background. And I know I can always use the options that I have in there, or if I want to make like a game time decision as I'm making the card and switch it up or grab something new, I always can do that. But these sketches help me to get started and have everything ready to go. I can also work in short bursts, so I can sit down and just do some die cutting, or once the sketches are prepared, just sit down and do a little part of the card. This is our butterfly heart pop out die. And I'm going to use this a couple of different ways. As you saw, there were two sketches for this one, using the negative piece as well as the positive piece from the cutout. And those are all in my envelope. Here is another really fun sketch, especially if you have some critters that you want to stamp and use, but you're not quite sure how to get them on your card. I've got our chat bubbles die, and I've went ahead, you can see, pre-cut a whole bunch of those. And I've got my card bases ready. Everything's back in that envelope. This features our exquisite envelope stamp and die set, as well as our zigzag stackers. So I've just pre-stamped and pre-cut down a couple of pieces of paper that will fit inside there. So this exquisite envelope stamp and die, it also cuts that little slit on the envelope so you can slide your little papers inside of there like a little snail mail package, and then it will fit beautifully on a card. And I like to have that zigzag stackers die cut there. So you can see I am reaching into my stash to create these sketches, and then also I'll be using my stash to finish off the cards. Here I am using the word from the Forever Edger, again just using it in a little bit different way. And I've got our banner stamp and die set. And also our tenderness flowers that have exact match. So this is the tenderness and tenderness cutout, and the banner is from Banner Blooms and Banner Blooms cutout. And I went ahead and stamped a bunch of those and cut them out. So just had a little session preparing those. Everything then is just popped into the envelope and ready to go. Few flowers popping out from another time I had done this, so I just save items in there if I don't use them. This is a postcard sketch using our vintage postcard stamp. So here I've just cut down my papers. And I've grabbed a few items. This is the vintage postcard stamp. I use this one all the time. I love this particular sketch. Now, most of these sketches are from card designs that I've just done many, many times, and I turn to often as a starting point. So I've just designed the sketch for you so that you may find them helpful as well. I've put in a couple of other items that I think I might want to use with that, and I'll just pop those in the envelope so they're ready if I decide to use them. So all of those, I've prepped each one of those sketches about enough to do 2 or 3 cards for each sketch, and I've put them inside of my photo box, and they are ready to go at any time I feel like making a card, and it will help me get in there. So that's my sketch box. Now, what is stash? Because I'm going to make a stash box. These are products you already own, use, and love. They could be products that you purchase but you haven't used yet, or products that you want to purchase after you see them used and you want to be sure that you actually use them as well. So here is where I've made my sketches. I've got them in my sketch box, and I'm going to put together a stash box. So this is going to limit my choices when I go to make some cards using those sketches that I've designed. So I'm going to put in a couple of sentiments. Now I will put a link to the Penny Black post where all of these card ideas and these products will be shown for you and linked. So I'll put a link for that down for you down in the YouTube description box below. But you can see these again fit that share your love theme, but it's not a Valentine specific theme. It could be used for that, but they could also be used to send loving wishes to someone any time of year, like encouragement, birthday love, anniversary, wedding. simple friendship, hugs, just because, and thinking of you. So cards that have a love type element, they don't need to be confined to a certain time of year. And so I really love that about these Penny Black products. Most of these are from the Share Your Love collection, the new collection. And and so I love that about them, that they aren't limiting like that. There can be friendship cards, even like springtime gardening cards, just lots of different ways that you can use them. So you can see I'm pulling in a lot of different variety, and just this is I'm just showing you what I'm putting into that stash box. So you could have a stash box where you put in anything from your stash or new products. If you're inspired to use some of these or other new products, you could pick 3 or 4 sketches and put less products or more products. You can really make this work for whatever you like. Here is an older stamp that I put in, a couple older ones. So I'm not putting all new things in there, but I do find I'm a little bit more motivated to get to things when I have some new items in there. I'm also doing some die cuts in there, and I've pre-cut these so they are ready to go, of just some pieces I know I reach for often, some little flowers, and these are all from my stash. And again, the cards made with these and these products will be listed for you in the blog post, which I'll link below. And you're going to see in the upcoming videos how I use all of this, and I'll show you me making the cards. So if you want to see actual cards being made, subscribe. 11 of those videos are coming up very soon. So you can see I've just got a variety of different things from my stash so that they're ready to go if I decide, oh, I think I want a little flower here, or some leaves on this one. One other thing I did add, I believe I might have popped it in off camera, are butterflies. So I forgot to put those in on camera, and I almost always am reaching for a lot of those. So I popped those in. This is also a chance to say, hey, I bought these flower dies. I haven't used them yet. I'm going to put them in there so that I actually use them. Cutting them out in advance also helps. So here's what I have. I work in a very small space, like a closet. So now I have 2 boxes that I can go to and making these cards, and everything is ready to go to just sit down and work little bits at a time. So here is just a little peek at some of the cards that we will be creating in this video series, and how I can use those sketches and the items in my stash box as a way to actually get in there and get those cards made. So I would love it if you wanted to subscribe, play along. I would love to know if you've ever tried this sort of technique. I've shared other videos where I use this technique, but I thought you might enjoy seeing this video a little bit longer, showing how I have everything prepared before we actually get in there and start making all of the cards. I thank you so much for watching. I look forward to all of the sharing the upcoming videos with you. I love the community that we have here and appreciate you all so much. If you haven't already done so, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss the upcoming videos, and you can keep connecting with Penny Black on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, as well as Instagram, our website, and blog, and I'll link everything for you down in the description box below.